This is our group presentation on Apple by Brittany Lycan, Den Grong Peng, Jacob Gibbon, and me, Sydney Kruger Ashton.
Hello, my name is Brittany Lycan, and for my part of this video, I will be discussing the SWOT analysis. Apple's strengths are internal factors specific to the conditions within the business organization that include strong brand image, high profit margins, and effective rapid innovation processes. With Apple having such a well-known name, dating back years to some of the first technological breakthroughs, the brand image is that of a strong brand. This brand image allows Apple to have high profit margins through producing new products under a trusted brand name. With high profits being met, this allows Apple to have premium price strategy. This internal strategic factor is a major strength because it maximizes profits even when sales volumes are limited. The company's effective rapid innovation allows the business to keep at the top of the latest technologies, which gives them a foot in for competition advantages. Based on this aspect of the SWOT analysis, the company's strengths are difficult to compete with, thereby supporting continued leadership in the global industry environment. Weaknesses are internal factors that are obstacles to business growth, which include the following: limited distribution network, high selling prices, and dependence of sales on high-end market segments. The limited distribution network is due to the select markets that Apple allows its products to be sold in. This cuts their market down compared to where it could be if they were not so selective as to whom could market their products. With placing their products in such a selective market, this allows Apple to have premium high prices that spark the eyes of only those in the mid to high incomes, which does not allow anyone with low incomes to purchase their products. This weakness falls into the dependence of sales on high-end market segments, because high-end market is only a minority within the global market. The weaknesses that Apple possesses is placed on them from their own ignorance to the global market. Opportunities are external factors based on the industry's environment that influence the strategic direction of business organization. For Apple, this includes expansion of distribution network, higher sales volumes based on rising demand, and development of new product lines. The opportunities within Apple all refer back to one thing: broadening their horizons. With Apple having the strong brand name that it does, this allows Apple to close its borders and be more closed-minded. However, broadening their horizons will allow them to reach new markets, lower prices to open their market to multiple customers, and allow the innovation of new products that appeal to everyone. Threats are external factors that limit or reduce the financial performance of business. For Apple, this includes aggressive competition, imitation, and rising labor costs in various countries. One of the main competitors of Apple is Samsung. Samsung is an aggressive competitor like Apple that also has a rapid innovation strategy to strive to be successful within the competition. Imitation is part of any business, but especially that within the technology industry. Possible copying of products could destroy a company. With the labor costs rising in countries such as China, this lowers the profitable amount that a company could be making.
And now we have the internal factors analysis summary, or the IFAS. The internal factors analysis of strengths consists of brand image, profit margin, and innovation. Brand image has a weight of 0.4 and a rating of 5. Apple is one of the world's most recognizable brands. Profit margin has a weight of 0.3 and a rating of 4. In addition to being one of the most recognizable brands, Apple is one of the most financially successful. Innovation has a weight of 0.3 and a rating of 5. Apple releases new products every year with large events to back it up. The internal factors analysis of weaknesses include a limited distribution network, high selling prices, and dependence of sales on high-end segments. Limited distribution network had a weight of 0.3 and a rating of 1. Some places in the world are unable to obtain Apple products based on location. High selling prices has a weight of 0.5 and a rating of 1. Apple products are top of the line and are much more expensive than the average product. Dependence of sales on high-end market segments has a weight of 0.5 and a rating of 5. Although they only appeal to one market, they dominate the segment. And now for the External Factors Analysis Summary, or EFAS. The external factor analysis includes expansion, rising demands, and new product lines. Expansion of the distribution network has a weight of 0.3 and a rating of 2. Large distribution networks equals more money. Higher sales volumes based on rising demand has a score of 0.2 and a rating of 4. More products need to be made to fill the demand. Development of a new product line has a weight of 0.5 and a rating of 5. Innovation excites. Innovation is the future. The external factor analysis of threats includes aggressive competition, imitation, and rising labor costs in various countries. Aggressive competition has a weight of 0.5 and a rating of 3. Samsung and other tech companies offer cheaper solutions to Apple product lines. Imitation has a weight of 0.2 and a rating of 2. There are many generic products that are cheaper and get the same job done for half the price of an Apple product. Rising labor costs in various countries has a weight of 0.3 and a rating of 1. Apple produces their products in foreign countries, and with a price raise in those other countries, Apple will lose money on each product sold.
To do task analysis, we have to analyze the internal factors and the external factors. First, the strengths of Apple are. First, Apple does an extremely great job at retailing, especially with a great customer service. Second, Apple is making great progress in the cloud computing industry. And third, with a unique product sales and functionality, Apple has a firm customer base. The strength weakness of Apple are: first, there are not enough softwares on Apple's own operating platforms. Second, the prices of Apple products are high. Third, recent years, the product innovation has slowed down. The external factors refer to the opportunities, and third, the opportunities Apple has include: first, the customer needs systems that run well and improve productivity. Second, demand for great customer service is high. Third, cloud technologies are emerging. The threats of Apple include: first, more and more other technology firms are getting more market share, both phone and PC. Second, in the cloud computing market, competitors like Microsoft are doing great as well. Third, in the software publishing market, Apple has less diverse software types. SO strategies refer to the strategies that use strengths to take advantage of opportunities. Some SO strategies are as follows. First, with a unique customer support service, Apple Care, and the Apple Retail Store, Apple will satisfy customer needs for great service. Second, Apple is currently providing top-tier cloud service, and with iCloud service, Apple will meet the customer needs for cloud computing. Third, Apple is known for its feature as productivity tool, and if it preserves the product line that targets at improving productivity, it can retain its customer base. WO strategies refer to the strategies that avoid the weakness to take advantage of opportunities. We have the following WO strategies. If Apple gets more updated versions of productivity apps, the consumer needs for productivity will be satisfied. Apple products have very high prices, but these shortcomings can be potentially compensated with better customer service as long as Apple meets the consumer expectations. Apple can consider shifting the direction of development and complete specialization in new product areas. ST strategies refer to the strategies that use the strengths of company to avoid threat. We have the following ST strategies. Since Apple has its own niche and it has a loyal base of customers, where a lot of technology firms are getting more market share, market can still keep a steady market share. Apple can still use well-integrated system to compete with competitors like Microsoft in the technology field, and the advantage of the whole Apple ecosystem will be beneficial for the cloud computing technology to be integrated. Apple can specialize in some types of software and work closely with developers so that the software published by Apple can be more targeted at some customers' professional needs. WT strategies refer to the strategies that try to defeat the external threats from the outside market by avoiding the company's own weakness. The main WT strategies include: Apple should get in touch with developers more closely and try to bring some software exclusive to other platforms to Apple's own operating systems. Where Apple is not competing with competitors with price, product differentiation is important, and Apple should try to differentiate its product even more. Where the innovation is slowing down, Apple should consider an autonomous product development strategy, and going by depth rather than breadth can be a valid option.
In conclusion, Apple is a very strong competitor in the technological industry and maintains a competitive advantage.